HOOK, the mind games she plays that make you obsessed. You ever met a woman who says one thing, but her eyes say another? She tells you she is not interested, yet keeps showing introduction. Why understanding these 7 female mind games changes everything up in your orbit. Calls you just a friend, but gets jealous when you talk to someone else. Confusing, right? Well, it's not confusion, it's design. Anthes are mind games. Subtle, hidden, often subconscious. But when you recognize them, you gain the upper hand, and suddenly, she's the one chasing you in this video. We're unpacking 7 hidden female psychological tactics that when flipped will make her obsessed with you mentally, emotionally. But a quick warning, some of these are manipulative, others errant. All of them are powerful. Let's begin with the first and Moscamon mind game she'll play without Yvonne realizing it. 1. The push-pull one. The push-pull paradox, hot and cold behavior that triggers obsession, paradox. Ever felt like she's super into you one day and ice cold the next? That's not mood swings. That's the push-pull paradox. It's an ancient psychological trick. Give attention, then take it away. Make you feel special, then distant. Why? Because your brain craves consistency. When sheds rups it, you obsess. You begin wondering, did I do something wrong? Why is she pulling away? And just like that, your focus shifts from her toys. That self-doubt grows and she suddenly holds the power. It's like she's treating your emotions like a light switch at Home Depot. On, off, dim, disco mode. The more she pulls back, the more you lean forward. And that imbalance creates emotional thirst. A need to fix what was never broken. This dynamic has been studied in both relationships and gambling psychology, and the effect is the same. Intermittent reward is the most addictive. But Herest twist. When you recognize this, don't chase her validation. Instead, mirror the behavior calmly. When she pulls, you pull, too. Stay grounded, stay calm. She panicked because the game only works if you react. 2. The indifference illusion, when she pretends not to carry indifference illusion. She acts like shackled and careless. Doesn't text first, seems detached, maybe even tells you, I'm not looking for anything serious, but watch her eyes. She's watching everything. She's reading your every move, like a strategist in a war room. This is the indifference illusion, a performance of detachment designed to trigger your pursuit instinct. The moment she senses you pulling away, she throws a breadcrumb, a compliment, a subtle touch, a glance, just enough to keep you hooked. And just like that, she sets the game. This messes with your wood circuitry. You start working harder for small hits of validation, not even realizing you're now addicted to the game. It's like she's the slot machine, and you're just pulling Thelavir, hoping to win a smile. You'll find yourself doing more. Texting first, planning dates, just to get that flicker of affection. But the stoic man doesn't chase breadcrumbs. He watches, he evaluates, and he chooses if the game is worth playing. The antidote, detach from the outcome. Observe with it. Be the observer, not the. She sensed the shift and curiosity will eat her alive. 3. The jealousy trigger, using other men to spark competition's trigger. 1 minute, you're the center of her attention. The next, she casually mentions a guy from work or annex who still texts her. Why? To see how you react. To test your frame, to shake your emotional core. This is the jealousy trigger. Women know instinctively that male competition raises your emotional stakes. Suddenly, she becomes more valuable in your eyes, not because she's changed, but because you think someone else wants her. This is a primal response. It's not just emotional, it's biological. Evolution taught us to compete for high value, and she knows this. If you flinch, act possessive, or question her, she knows she has you. But what she doesn't expect, a man who laughs, who shrugs, who genuinely doesn't feel threatened. That man is rare, and rare men are unforgettable. Reacting with anger is like bringing a flamethrower to a chess match. The power move, stay cool, unshaken. Maybe even throw in, oh, he must have good taste. Now, she's unsure if you're secure or and in that uncertainty, obsession for strategic silence. She for strategic silence. How her disappearance creates emotional cowards doesn't block you. She doesn't argue. She simply disappears just long in auto, make you question everything. This is strategic silence, a psychological tactic used to force reflection, fear, and longing. And the silence, it's not passive. It's powerful because the human brain hates open loops, and when she ghosts you without closure, your mind starts spinning stories, worst case scenarios, imagined rejection, last. Suddenly, you're not thinking, you're thinking emotionally, and she becomes the missing piece your mind must resolve. You check your phone more, reread old texts, try to figure out where it went wrong, and that is where the power of silence sinks its teeth in. But here's where you flip the script. Don't fill the silence. Become silent, too, with purpose. This isn't a staring contest. It's silence makes you mysterious. It says, I'm not dependent on your attention to feel whole. Women don't forget the man who didn't beg for closure. They remember the one who vanished into his own mission. 5. The tempo trap, making you dance to her rhythm tempo trap. Because the next tactic chooses. It's about pulling you into her rhythm and making you dance to her pace. She wants to see you. Then she's busy. She texts you all day, then disappears for 2. Fast, slow, hot, cold. This is the tempo trap, a pacing game designato, shift emotional control. She sets the rhythm, and, without realizing it, you start dancing to her beat. It feels spontaneous, exciting, even romantic, but it's a control mechanism. This creates emotional tension, unpredictability, and ironically, desire. Uncertainty is addictive. It hijacks your nervous system. You start waiting on her pace like it's the stock market. You're not dating a person, you're dating a broken metronome. When Eamon doesn't control his own rhythm, he becomes reactive, and reactive men are forgettable. Set your own tempo, respond, don't chase. Engage when it suits you, not when it feeds her control. Own your time. Respect your energy. That's what makes you magnetic. 6. Mirroring manipulation, the soulmate illusion she crafts. Mirroring manipulation. But what happens when the game becomes personal and she mirrors your traits back to you so perfectly? You think she's your soulmate? She likes what you like. She laughs at all your jokes. She even shares the same philosophy on life. Y'all think, wow, we're so aligned. But this might be mirroring manipulation, a powerful technique where Esh reflects your identity to win your trust and investment. It feels intimate, real, special, but it can also be a way to fast-track emotional intimacy without truly revealing herself. You open up, she collects data, then uses it to stay ahead of you emotionally. It's not connection, it's calculated rapport. Take your time. Observe her patterns. Ish agreeing or performing. If everything you say is echoed back, you're not being known. You're buying. True connection isn't perfect. It's shared growth built. 7. The validation withhold, keeping you hooked without reward net, mirrored. 7. The validation. But the most dangerous game of all is the one you don't even know how are playing. You do everything right. Compliment her. Show up. Stay present. But she never truly validates you. No image, you. No, I appreciate you. Just enough attention to keep you in orbit. This is the validation withhold. Assalant power play where your worth is never confirmed. It's like chasing Thiessen, always visible, never reachable. This creates a chronic tension inside O, constantly trying to earn watchhold be freely given. And over time, you'll feel emotionally exhausted, questioning yourself. It becomes less about loving her and more about proving something to yourself. But here's the stoic truth. You don't need her. The moment you stop seeking yours, she starts chasing yours. Because a true value doesn't beg, it doesn't. It simply is. These 7 mind conclusion, recognizing the game and regaining emotional control, games. They're not about they're about understanding Goman dynamics and stepping back into your power as a stoic, emotionally interlinked man. When you see the game, you don't react. You don't chase. You stand still like a mountain and let her come to you. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe for more powerful insights on stoic dating, emotional mastery, and relationship strategy. Drop a comment below. Which of these mind games have you experienced the most? And remember, the moment you stop chasing is the moment she starts chasing.